Today I will repair this. Oh yeah, it's very annoying. For this job I have this repair kit, and also I'll need a special tool, a special set of tools, and I don't have those. But I have only one single tool from that set. The noise that you heard is generated from the steering box, steering rack. This car is equipped with an electric power steering box, EPS, and from factory, this type of steering box was mounted on X3s, F25s, X4s, F26, 3 Series, F30s, and 4 Series and some of 2 Series. The repair kit is an updated version of the truss bushing that will press against the internal components of the steering box, steering rack. This repair kit is made only for noise purposes. If your steering box is worn out and you will have a big play between your steering and the wheels, you have a dead spot, then you need to replace the steering box, the steering rack. If you have only the noise, you can use this repair kit. The repair is done from under in the car. Ideally will be to have a lift to rise the car in the air. I don't have that here, so I will use a floor jack and some stands. I also open the engine hood to have more light. And don't forget parking brake. And I'll raise up the entire front of the vehicle from this point using the floor jack. Important is to have the wheels above the ground to spin freely. Next, I need to remove the splash shield, this big panel from here. This panel is held in place by a couple of 8mm screws. And also I have two 10mm plastic nuts that I need to remove. One here and the second one on the other side. And this here is the steering box. This is the electric motor. This is the control unit for the electric motor. And this here is the steering rack. This one from behind. Steering rack, steering box. My work area is here. Here I need to remove this big cover and the truss piece is inside there. According to the instructions, and also for my interest, is to have more room here to work, so I need to remove this plug. This is the main power supply for the electric motor. To remove this plug I need to push out this red safety tab, like so, and I will need to push in the safety tab with this clip from here and pull back the plug, like so. After that I can release the harness from the frame and I can push out this harness. I also can remove this small plug from here. This plug is for the communication and wake up signal. The same I need to squeeze these two tabs and pull back the plug, and the same I can push aside this one. This is the special tool from the special set that I have here. It's the only one. First thing, before I will open it, I will clean it with a rag. I want to remove the dust to avoid contamination, like so. Now, with a special tool, I will align the prongs with the holes in the cap, like so, The end of the special tool, it's a hex. It's a 24mm hex, like so, and with a ratchet. This is the cap, the old one. I will replace this one. Inside here I have the spring for the trust piece. I will remove it. Using a needle plier, I remove the trust piece. Like so. And this is the inside of the steering box where the trust piece is situated, and it's pushing, it's pressing against the gear system of the steering box. In this repair kit, under this part number, I have a new and updated trust piece. It's different than the old one. I also have a new spring, a new cap with its seal, and two clamps, because according to the instructions you need to remove the tire ends to adjust the steering box. But in my case I won't use them. The difference is quite big between the updated version and the original one. The updated version have these two O-rings on the side. This will make this piece moving a little bit harder than this one, up and down. The other thing that is different is the face, where this piece will contact the moving piece inside of the steering rack, steering box. The updated version have a special padding material to slide against the metallic piece compared to the old one. And the contact surface, it's a little bit smaller, if you see here, than the old one. The old one had the contact surface the entire face. This one will have only the small padding area. In the rest, they are almost identical. Also, the springs are identical, and the caps, they look the same. I don't think there is a difference between these two caps. They look different here at the seal, but you need to take in consideration the fact that this one was already mounted and its original seal at the beginning probably was identical with this one, but when you thread this inside, the thread will cut the seal and will form the seal to look like a thread. Let me see if I can focus. So I think it's identical. And also for this repair, I will need some BMW approved grease. FB1 is a type of grease. It's a grease special for the steering rack, for the steering system. Now I will grease the truss piece. I will use a ton of grease because according to the instructions, you need to do that. I'll also pour a bunch of grease inside here. This is not specified in the instructions, but I don't think someone has something against it. And now I will push the new truss piece inside. For this step, there is a special tool that I don't have it. The special tool will protect the seals against the thread to not scratch them. But I don't have any other choice, so I will go with what I have. Like so. Put back the spring, the new spring. Nice. And the cap. I need to be careful to align the threads, and as per instructions, I need to tighten the cap at 70 Newton meter. Okay, now I will start to tighten this cap. $70 Newton meter. At this step, the steering is tight. I need to do 4 complete swipes from the right to the left to right, doesn't matter, but I need to do 4 of them. So now the car is in the air and the steering is very heavy. 1, 2, 3, and that was the 4th one. And as per instructions, I need to go a quarter turn back. So let me see. If I'm here, a quarter is supposed to be here in this area. Something like that. After backing up the cap, now the steering, it's more softer, more easy to be moved. Now let's see if I have that noise or not. Oh yeah, no more. At this moment, this repair for me will end up here, but according to the instructions, I will need to use a special probe, a special measuring device that will use the hole from the cap. Inside of that hole, there is a special plunger that will, special needle that will touch the plunger. You'll need to swipe the steering left to right. You'll need to move the steering rack, and you'll need to adjust the slack with the cap turning to have the perfect measurement, the perfect tension against the internals of the steering rack. Unfortunately, I don't have that tool now, so for me this repair is done. I will mount back the splash shield. I will take out this car for a test drive to see if the steering wheel will return after steering. If not, I will release a little bit the cap to relieve some tension from the internals of the steering gear, steering box. From now on, I'm very sure that this car will feel a little bit different because I have done something physical to the steering system. But I don't think the steering feeling, the steering input from this car will be different in the negative way because I have done some improvements. And as mentioned earlier, this cap here, this hole was for that special tool. So if I don't have the tool, I will put this cap back. I will clean the grease. Reconnect back the plugs. You know what? I think it's better to do the drive test first and after that mount the splash shield in case I need to readjust a little bit the steering rack. I think I can do that from up there, but it's easier. Let me see. I think it's easier from down here. Oh yeah, it's returning. Nice. Oh yeah, I love it. And with this, I'll end this video here. I hope you liked this video, I hope you learned something new. If you do so, show me by hitting the like button. Again, I want to thank you for watching these videos. I want to thank you for being with me. And until next time, you know the drill. Stay awesome. Bye now.